All right, guys, you are in for a treat today. I'm interviewing Barbara Jennings, a brand new agent who partnered with me at the Honey Badger Ninja Nation at eXp Realty. And Barbara is taking advantage of our $130,000 a month marketing team for free. We went in and set up her CRM. She didn't have to create anything, we did it for her. We also went in and created her ads, her social media ads. And in the last 8 days, I'm going to show you proof Barbara has generated over 51 new leads, and the cost was $1.51 a lead. Now, she accessed our marketing team. She accessed all of this at no charge to her. And when she starts closing deals, and our agents close on average 1 to 3 deals every single month from our platform, when she starts closing these deals, she does not have to pay a split. You see, as an agent, you might be sitting there thinking, I need more business. How do I get it? You can join teams, pay them 30 to 50% of your commission. That is a huge agent tax. Maybe take leads from your broker for 50%. Maybe you're in a brokerage now where you have a heavy split and franchise fees and you're not seeing results. Guys, it's time to start thinking like a business owner. And the good news, our team, when you partner with us, does it all. We go in and set up your CRM. We create your ads. We monitor those ads weekly to make sure you're getting the lowest possible click. And most of our agents spend about $10 a day. They're getting between 100 and 300 leads a month. And our agents who are following the system are closing 1 to 3 deals every single month. And the best part, just like Barbara, and you're going to see this in a minute, do not pay us anything for the services. They don't pay us a split. We are dedicated to helping you, the real estate agent, close more deals and keep more of your commission. If you want to find out more, look in the description. I'll drop some links. You can check it out. Join us live every Thursday at 1 p.m. where the great Honey Badger himself, Jay Kinder, goes live and breaks down how you can access our marketing team for free. All right, let's jump in now and take a look at Barbara Jennings' absolutely amazing 8-day journey. Check out the leads that she generated and see how she's accessed this entire program at no charge. Are you ready? If you need to, pause the video, go get yourself a Coke, some popcorn, but stay with us, guys. This will be the best 25 minutes you've ever watched, especially if you're stuck, you feel like you're in a rut, and you need a pathway forward. This video, this one's for you. All right, everybody. So you're in for a treat today. I've known Barbara for over a year and a half now. We actually were both at another brokerage. We got to know one another. She's up in Virginia, Virginia. Like that's like I'm in Florida. You're like way north of me, right?
I am on the East Coast. Yep, up a little higher.
And what would you say your average price point in Virginia is?
Right now, depending upon what county, just average about 455.
Okay, that's the same as me, but yet there's other areas you could go in Virginia and drive 30 or 50 minutes away, and they're $800,000, right? I mean, it's just
Correct.
the demographics are all over the place. But you're in Virginia, I'm in Florida. We both were just about a month and a half ago. We were at a different brokerage together. We've networked. You're using my Card Genie direct mail program. You've been using it, but you and I have been agents for a while. A lot of people on this channel know me. Let's introduce them to you before we get into today's topic. And by the way, if you're watching, you want to pay attention to what Barbara's about to break down. It is a game changer for those of you that feel like you're stuck, you haven't seen any decent leads come through, or you're paying an ungodly agent tax to either Zillow, your team leader, your broker, and you're still not seeing results. You want to see what Barbara did. But Barbara, let's talk a little bit about your story. Tell us, how long have you been in real estate, and what is your primary focus right now?
So, thanks for having me on today. Yes, Kelly and I connected right away. Found them on YouTube. Where probably most of your peeps find you at. And I've been in the business for umpteen million years, it seems like, and have tried every single system and referral program and paid for leads. You name it, I did it. Been with several different brokerages over my career. Very familiar with short sales when those were hot and heavy. Didn't really have to pay any leads for that. They just came in for the
I
most
remember
part.
those days.
Yeah, yep. So hopefully we'll never see those again. However,
Amen.
I think a lot of agents and I'm including myself in this, we struggle to say, hey, how can I close more deals?
Yeah.
I'm not looking to close a whole bunch of deals. I'm just looking to be able to close 1 to 3 deals consistently every month and not have to pay Zillow or some of these other lead programs that promise you the double qualified leads. And Doug and I were paying like $250 a lead about a year and a half ago. A couple of them worked out, but for the most part, the ROI was like not so good. So it was probably about my husband, Doug, actually about 3 months ago said, hey, I saw this webinar and, we should check into this. And I was like most agents, when you see something and somebody says, hey, let's switch brokerages, your automatic response is like, yo, I don't want to do that. I'm
I feel
happy.
you. But
Yeah.
let me say this. Guys, as you're listening to the story, Barbara and Doug, her husband, and myself, unbeknownst to one another, we're both watching the same webinar and we're starting to go, is this for real? So you were watching and Doug was watching a couple months ago. The same, and then I contacted you and you're like, "Oh, you watched it too?" So you
Yeah.
watched the webinar. What were some of the things that you were thinking of? And I know Doug was hyper excited because he's like me. Like somebody could sell us ice as Eskimos, and if they told us it would make us grow hair, we would buy it, right? But we
Yeah.
watched the webinar. What are some things you took from that webinar that were different?
I thought the biggest thing, because I've been with so many different companies, a lot of companies promise you X, Y, and Z. However, they don't share with you how they're going to execute it or how it's going to work in the back end.
So it's like proprietary to them. As long as you are, and I don't know any other way. This
You
analogy,
drink the Kool-Aid.
yes, drink the Kool-Aid or be like a baby, getting that mama's milk and that can't survive without it. And if you don't come over here and get the mama's milk, you're not going to live. Well, that's kind of what you're talking about. Agents literally getting these things, but not knowing how the team leader broker did it.
Yeah. And so that was one of the biggest things that both Doug and I saw. It was the done for you. I don't have to, I'm already switching brokerages to begin with.
Yeah.
And on top of that, how am I going to, find time to implement all this? Because I want to get the 1 to 2 closings, or 3, or just do more than what
Yeah.
I have been doing. Doug and I do pretty good for ourselves. However, as real estate agents, the consistency just isn't always there. So that's what we were looking for. We were
And
looking.
Barbara, wouldn't you say ultimately too, for you, it's not a matter of you needed to triple your business. You wanted more consistent business, but you wanted to control the lead quality and the cost. Wouldn't that be something that would be true to form for where you were at?
Most definitely, because we've paid so much to so many different companies that this program, the done for you, the automation and everything,
Yeah.
just wrapped up in a nice little bow, and the cost, that it's not costing us anything for them to do this, just for the ad spend.
Well, let's so if you're watching and you keyed in on what she just said, we're going to break down what that means in just a minute. Because you definitely, guys, don't leave the video because we're going to share something that I don't think I've heard anybody else on YouTube. That would be a team lead or a lead generation company. I've never heard what you're about to hear. So key in on that. So Barb, before we get there, so you guys watched the webinar, I watched the webinar, and we started to see value in this, correct?
Correct. Mhm.
So we both made the big switch. We're like, okay, what we're hearing lines up with where we want to go. And then we want to help as many agents as possible get that consistency. And we want to help agents quit paying what Jay Kinder, our mentor, says is the agent tax, paying that a massive agent tax just to stay in business. So you guys switched over, right?
Mhm.
And what would you say? And let's just be upfront. Barb and I left a very good brokerage, and we went back to EXP so we could partner with Jay Kinder, the honey badger himself, because of what he put together. And again, I have not seen anything like this in my life. And I am a marketer. I own my own direct mail company. I've got hundreds of agents that subscribe to my direct mail platform, and I know marketing. This thing blew me away. So, Barb, you guys switched your license. What's the first thing that happened? I'm going to assume it was onboarding with EXP, correct?
It was. So we just joined 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
The onboarding, um, the link came in after we filled out our application. The link came in, and everything was just so streamlined. It was just a whole document, and it had the links, and I was just clicking away and
Done.
checklist done, done, done. And within, I would say 24, 48 hours, both Doug and I, because I was doing both of our paperwork and everything, we were both already moved over to EXP, and it was just very
So
streamlined.
that's phase one, right?
Yeah.
Phase two was then taking advantage of what we're about to get into now. So let's go back real quick before we hit phase two. You and I watched this webinar from Jay Kender. And I think you probably, and I know Doug did, had this deja vu moment. We're like, is this for real? Like, where's the angle? We probably both bought it, been there, done that. Like, we had the t-shirt, bought this lead generation company's crap, bought this software, bought that platform, did this, right? You and I both have done that. And if you're watching, hope that resonates with you because you probably did the same dadgum thing. And so we watched the webinar and we were like, is this for real? So if you're sitting there, you're going, well, Kelly, crap, it's 12, 13 minutes in the video. What the freak are you talking about? Let Barbara share with you. Barbara, so you watched the webinar. What are some key things that Jay Kender broke down in that webinar that really kind of resonated with you as you were looking at your business and growth?
Um, Pretty much what I shared just a little bit ago was the consistent lead flow, but then they onboarded us for everything, and they're also going to be helping with some of our different platforms, making our branding, making sure everything's, the same all over, helping us with the social media content, and just training galore on, like how to better, you know, with the funnel, with the different
Conversion.
conversion, the leads. There's just so much there. I was just kind of like trying to spit a little bit, a little bit of it out.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, you and I both watch the same thing. And for those of you that are wanting to know, Jay Kender, who has a team of almost 13,000 agents on his revenue share group at EXP, the last 2 years has sold a very powerful product called Funnel Pilot. And Jay has a marketing team that he pays and has been paying them for over 8 years, 100 to 130,000 a month to have the best of the best marketing and software people on his team. And so in the past, you could buy Funnel Pilot for like $1,400 setup fee and like $899 or $699 a month. I don't remember one of those two figures.
It was
And
very
their team would
expensive.
literally go in, Barbara, to your CRM and set the whole thing up. Like an agent didn't have to deal with any of that. Emails, text, the robot, everything. Then their team would go in and set up all your Facebook and social media ads for you, Instagram, and everything. And they would watch these ads like a hawk. They were your marketing team to make sure you got the lowest cost click and that these leads coming in flowed naturally to your CRM and then were communicated with automatically. And then every week, agents that had his system could log in and get coached at a high level, could log in 5 days a week to have office hours if they needed help. Conversion, I mean, just that's like a dream for an agent. Well, Jay had an epiphany, and his epiphany was, why am I charging for this? Why not find agents who want to partner with me and just give it to them for free? And I think that's where you, myself, and Doug kind of the bell went off. So now, Barbara, we have access to his complete marketing team.
We do.
They go in for free and set up our CRM for us. And at EXP, we choose Bold Trail, which is kind of like the upgrade of KV Core. It's an amazing CRM, I have to admit. Coming from Lofty, oh, if you have Lofty, when you get Bold Trail, you'll be like, hallelujah, right? So they go in and set it up. All your campaigns, your drips are, I mean, it's done. Then, Barbara, they met with you. So you when you onboarded with this team, walk us through what happened with Jay's team. So now you've onboarded with EXP. Now it's time to take advantage of his system. Kind of walk us through before we share your results, how that looked. And was it hard? Was it difficult? Was it easy? Like, give us the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Actually, there really wasn't any ugly. For me personally, I'm just
Okay.
sharing my personal experience. There's always the tech glitches and stuff like that. So not every system's perfect, but I didn't have any issues. I scheduled my onboarding with them. they sent me some videos I had to watch. I had to take a test they're only doing that to make sure that you actually watched the video and you paid attention because it's important later that you actually know how they work things and how everything,
Yeah.
goes. So I did all of that. And then once I was finished with the videos, I scheduled a call. Got onto the call, and next thing you know, I think it was Miranda I had a call with, and she took over my computer screen. She asked me to have my Facebook up. I had already did everything prior that they
Mhm.
asked me to do, signed up for Bold Trail and got my profile in there, my bio, all that basic stuff that we do with our webinar. I mean, with our website. And then within, I would say, 24 hours. And this, mind you, this is right before I'm about to go on vacation because you and I talked about switching over, and I said, I have a vacation coming up. You're saying, well, we got to switch, and then we're going to do this onboarding with Jay's team and stuff. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just deal with this. Uh,
So hold on. So she onboarded EXP and she started the onboarding with Jake's team and then went on vacation for 7 days.
yes, that's my
This is
story.
important, guys. So, and your onboarding, before we get to the 7 days, your onboarding with Jake's team was easy, correct? I mean, literally, you just logged in with a Zoom and they did everything with you being present, correct?
Correct. Mhm.
How easy is that? And how much did you have to send them? Did they send you a Stripe payment and you sent them money to do all of this? Because this is worth a lot of money.
No,
No,
no.
it was absolutely free, wasn't it?
I was like, what are you asking? No, no
Yeah, well,
money.
okay, so I'm glad you had that result. So agents watching this right now, same
Mhm.
results. Like, what is he talking about? No, guys, it's part of the benefit of partnering with us at the Honey Badger Ninja Nation. You get all this for free. Now, so Barb, you did all of this and then you went on vacation, right?
I did.
All right, you came back and what happened?
Oh, right before I did go on vacation on the Facebook, I did do my ad spend.
Okay.
So, I mean, there
Oh, we're
was
talking $10 a day, right?
yeah,
That's what they
$10,
recommend. 300 bucks a
$10 a
month.
day, 300 a month. So I'm like, okay, I paid way more than that for other lead systems and stuff for just one lead.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
so went on vacation and I kind of looked at some of the leads that came in, but I was really surprised that there were that many. And then, of course, I just wanted to spend time with my family. And unbeknownst to me, I get home and I look at my leads in Bold Trail and I have 51 leads in 8 days. And I was like, holy moly. I was
Holy expletive moly, right? That's like
Yeah,
crazy. So
I
let's
was
do this.
expecting a couple, like a
Yeah, yeah. No,
handful,
honestly, you were probably going to, if I got 4 or 5, I'm going to be
4 or 5.
happy. Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
have been happy, but like, oh yeah, I can work them when I get
So
home.
let's share. Guys, I want you to see this. She went away for 7 days, came back on the eighth day. Go share your screen. Let's go to your Facebook ad first. Guys, I want you to see what she came home to yesterday coming back from vacation. And as her ads are getting ready, all right, guys, I want you to look at this. Barbara, walk us through this. So tell us about the results and the cost per unit.
So I looked at my Facebook and I said, oh my goodness, 51 leads. Well, first it was in Bold Trails that I saw that there were that many leads. And then
Yeah.
I went, hey, I want to see what's in Facebook because how much have I spent so far and what was the cost per lead? And again, 51 leads at $1.55,
Holy
eight
cow.
days, $79. I still have $220 left, for the next,
Based on those numbers, you're looking at 150 to 180 leads a month.
yeah.
And all you
And
need to do is close one, two, or three of those, which you will get off this lead count with the systems that we've created and is automatically put in. And then you're being able to communicate with these leads. But Barb, when you saw that $1.55 and you saw the 51, what was your first, like literally, I wish I could go back in time. What was did you go like, Doug, come look at this?
well, I was just flabbergasted by just the amount of leads in a short amount of time for way less money than I thought because most of the Facebook ads that I've done in the past, they were like 275, $3, they were much higher and the lead count was like dripping at 2 or 3, maybe
Wow.
8 and 10. And then finally I just got
Wow.
frustrated and shut the thing off. But I think more importantly, besides this, I've got in my bold trail.
Yeah, let's go look at your CRM. And by the way, guys, this bold trail, this is what we get for free at EXP. So check this out. There's the leads right there. So Barbara, show us, tell us what you're when you see this. What are some things that stick out?
Well, first of all, they set everything up for me in on the back end. So Jay's team, they put together all of the ad for me. I didn't have to do any of that. But then also in the bold trails, I already have the funnel going off firing automatically,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
Well,
great.
and let's just pause for a second, Barb. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but one of the things that agents miss when they set up their drip campaigns, whether they have follow up boss, high level, lofty, whatever, or bold trail, is they'll create like a 8 or 9 drip email campaign, right? But they fail to hit the triggers. For instance, when Jay's team sets you up, they're not only putting the emails and texts in here, they've got it set up that once the lead responds to you, it shuts off. So you know to call the lead. Number two, it's also going to send them valuations monthly on their home. It's going to send them different types of things. It'll, if they're looking to buy a home, the AI is going to know it. It's going to set them up on a search. It's going to ask them what areas are they interested in. So all of this is going on in the background, and you didn't have to lift a finger to set that up, if I'm correct.
That is correct.
So, Barb, tell us on the right side of the lead, you've got calls, emails, and texts. Let's deal with because you literally just got back yesterday. So, starting Monday, you're going to hit the phone. But on emails and texts, what do those boxes mean?
Well, that'll be how many emails that have gone out, how many text messages that have gone out on my behalf without me doing anything. And there's no phone calls because I just got back from
Just
vacation.
got back. She's about to hit the phone. Look, man.
On Monday, all all of them will be reached out to.
And you can look, like if they're on a home search, you can actually look at what they're searching, their home value. You can go and take a look at what they're getting. But guys, go back, Barb, if you don't mind, to Facebook. I want you to see something.
And you can see if they've opened
Absolutely.
the thing, and that was pretty cool.
I do like the way that you can do that. Guys, I want you to see again. Here's her ad. It's been running 8 days. She's at 51 leads. She's paying $1.55 a lead. Barbara, that is absolutely crazy. And
Mhm.
all this is going to do for a mere $300 a month. And guys, the $300 does not get paid to our partners. That's money Barbara is spending for her actual ad. 100% of her $10 a day goes to her ads. It doesn't go to a management company. It doesn't go to Jay's team. It's literally going 100% to her ads. And so, Barbara, you keep going on with this level. You're going to add 150 to 300 leads every month. Within 6 months, based on those numbers, you could have 1,800 people into your CRM. These are future closings because not all 51 of these leads are closing a deal in the next 3 to 6 months. Some of these
No.
might be 12 months out. So you're building something most agents dream of, a future pipeline of deals. And this is how we're going to get 1, 2, 3, and maybe 12 months from now, 5 deals a month because the leads are in there. These people are responding. So having seen all of this, Barbara, based on what you've done in the past, and let me go ahead and get you back on full screen. Based on what you've done in the past, what do you think? And I know it's only 8 days, but what do you think about your results now versus things you've done in the past?
Well, I can share with you honestly, I've had a YouTube channel that I started about, let's see, 6 years. It's done very, very well. I've had to put a lot of time, energy, and effort into that and have paid people to help me get it started and stuff. So the ROI on that is great. However, it took a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
For this, I mean, you can't get time back in life, you
Yeah,
know. So
that's your
for
most precious commodity is your time.
it is. So for me, for them to have done all this and it's there and things are working in the background for me, I'm still doing my other stuff. It hasn't taken away from what I normally would be doing. So if you're out there and you're thinking, well, I want to participate in this, that would be great. Not really thinking about switching brokerages. Well, I wasn't thinking about switching brokerages either until I saw this, and then it was so hard not to see it. And I just took the leap of faith, like Kelly and my husband. And we just said, hey, we just believe and trust it. This is going to be because we haven't seen anything like this. The
Yeah.
all done for you. They're not
At no
asking
charge.
yeah, not asking for any money or anything like that. So, at the end of the day, I think it's a great thing. EXP is a great company. I've been with them prior. Um, and sometimes we see things and we say, gosh, why did I even leave?
Yeah, yeah. And there are agents right now on my YouTube channel that left EXP because they didn't have anything like this. They were, it's funny. I was on a Zoom on Friday with a bunch of our partners, and this song came to my brain, and it was an old U2 song. And I think it's apropos for agents. And if you're watching right now, this might mean something to you. U2 put out a song years ago, 20 plus years ago, called I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
Looking
Even,
for.
yeah, even, I still haven't found what I'm looking. I'm still, it's just in there, right? And I think that agents that leave one broker, go to another, go like I did, it's because we haven't found what we're looking for. We're looking, agents, let's just be real. Every broker has some type of
Something.
daily training. Cloud brokerages like EXP that are similar, they have revenue share. They have, broker support. They've got technology. They've got culture, right? They've got benefits. At the end of the day, Barbara, what do you think is the most important out of all of that, or something I didn't even mention? What's the most important thing to an agent right now in today's economy,
They just want more closings,
which
better
translates into more commissions,
commissions,
right?
and I would say, the last 2 years in just nationwide, that the majority of agents haven't even done, I think the number was staggering. It was 70% of agents did maybe one or two deals. And
Absolutely.
I was just like blown away because I was so thankful. I'm like, oh my goodness, my numbers look really, really great compared to that.
Yeah.
But I do see, with the market shifting, we've been there before.
Yes.
And it's not COVID anymore, and things are different and people need to be educated, and
Yeah.
we need something like this because it's all about numbers.
Yeah.
So the more I have in my pipeline, the better chance of me having that opportunity to get the consistent closings that I'm looking to have.
Yeah.
So
And let me say this in closing. And guys, get ready because I'm about to give you some information you really want. Barbara, at the end of the day, and this goes with what I just spoke a couple minutes ago, if you're an agent, and yes, culture is important and benefits are important, but at the end of the day, you're not closing any deals. My question to you is, what are those benefits doing for you? What is that culture doing for you? Okay. I talked to an agent the other day that's literally getting ready to switch and come over here, but she brought up this comment like, I don't know if I want to do it. I've developed some real powerful girl friendships, a female agent. She's got some girl bonds at the brokerage she's with. And I said something to this agent. I said, well, let me ask you something. How many closings has that girl bond done for you? And she went, none. And I said, well, is it more important for you to create one, two, or three closings a month consistently, creating 10, 15 grand a month in income, or to be able to pick up a phone and talk with your girl power group? And she's like, I never thought about that. I said, well, that's something you have to decide. But if you're sitting there and you're watching this and you want to find out how you can get all of this implemented for you, and by the way, part of the Honey Badger Ninja Nation, you also get access for free to probably the best direct mail platform on the planet. I sell it for $70 a month starting, where you get all your postcards for free, you get weekly training. All of my partners get it for free. So if you're interested in that, here's what I want to do, guys. Look below in the description. I'm going to leave two different links. Now, Barbara, I'm going to leave a link to your calendar. You're my partner. So if somebody joins with you, somebody partners with you, you're partnering with me, and you're partnering with Jay Kinder. Get on Barbara's calendar. Let Barbara have the ability to share her story with you, look at your situation, and then tell you a little bit more information about how this game-changing partnership can change your business. Number two, Barb, I'm going to go ahead and put your link for our weekly live event with Jay Kinder. Can you explain that live event? And then please understand what she's about to share with you. That link will be there. Register for the live event. It's every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Jay Kinder literally breaks down this opportunity and shows you what his team is about to do for you live. And we have anywhere from 200 to 800 agents every week joining us. So, Barb, I'm going to put your link for the live event. Tell agents a little bit about that live event.
Yeah. So the link itself goes to Jay's live webinar. Jay starts in the
They're going to
beginning.
register for the live webinar.
Yeah. So they got to register. Just put your name and email in there. Then you'll get sent the Zoom link
Correct.
for Thursday at 11 a.m. Central,
1 p.m. Eastern, correct?
1 Eastern.
It's 1 Eastern.
Okay, 1 Eastern. And I've watched it a couple times already. So
Oh,
I
I
was
probably
like,
watched it 6. I get something new from it every stinking time.
so 1 p.m. Eastern time. And after you register, Jay's going to talk a little bit about himself and about, where he's been, what he's done. Number one Coldwell Banker agent, and then they get right into it. So spend block in your calendar for about an hour. We went over last week just a little bit, just because at the end they have question and answer. So you can stay on, you can ask the questions. They're going to give you the questions, and then when it's all said and done, reach back out to me and let me know what you think, and let me answer any further questions that you guys might have.
Absolutely. All right, Barb, thank you so much. I love hearing stories like this. You and I have known each other for a while, and I cannot wait to re-interview you 6 months from now when you've got some checks you can show me.
Yeah,
Right?
there you go.
And I can't wait to see your lead count 6 months from now. By the way, it looks like my ads are going to be up and running early next week. So I am actually doing, guys. I'm a part-time agent because I run a team and I have a empire that I coach and teach and train on. I've got direct mail that keeps me busy during the week in terms of businesses, agents, every other business on the planet. However, I'm still active. I still have deals that I do yearly, and I'm actually looking forward to this for 2 reasons. I want to get some more deals just because I want some more deals, and number two, I want to have a story to share. And so you better believe on this channel, I'm going to document that story. Barb, thanks again for this interview. I can't
Thanks
wait
for
to
having
hear
me.
your
Yep.
story, man. All right, guys, that's it. Until I see you on the next video, go get you some closings. All right.